Okay, imagine this. What if you could build everything twice? First, you build a perfect digital version, a place where you can find and fix every single problem. And only then do you build it in the real world. Well, that's the big idea behind building information modeling, or what we all call BIM. And trust me, it is so much more than just a fancy digital blueprint.
So yeah, you've probably heard that acronym BIM thrown around in meetings or on job sites, right? But what is it really? Well, that's a question that has a much bigger answer than you might think.
You know, most people just assume it's some kind of advanced 3D software for construction, kind of like the next step up from CAD, right? A tool for making cool 3D models of buildings. And look, that's definitely part of it, but
That's only a tiny piece of the puzzle. Seriously, it's like saying your smartphone is just a phone. You'd be missing the whole ecosystem that makes it so powerful, right? The real story here is way bigger.
And this right here, this really gets to the heart of the change. We're talking about a massive shift. We're moving away from old-school, flat drawings, which, let's be honest, are just lines on a page, and we're moving toward an intelligent model that is just packed with rich, useful information. It's kind of like the difference between a paper map and a live GPS on your phone that's telling you about the traffic jam up ahead. It's a total game changer.
Okay, so if it's not just a piece of software, then what is it? Well, to put it simply, it's a whole new way of working.
The absolute key to getting BIM is to stop thinking of it as a thing you can buy and start seeing it as a process you adopt. Look at the words, a collaborative approach to information management. That's the core of it. It's really a set of rules for how a project's data gets created, how it's shared, and how it's used, from the very first sketch on a napkin all the way to managing the building, 20, 30 years down the road.
So let's break that down. First up, it's a process. A clearly defined one where everyone agrees on exactly how information is going to be handled. No guesswork. Second, it is all about collaboration. It's about getting the architects, the engineers, the contractors, everyone working from the exact same playbook. And third, it's about information management, making sure the right information gets to the right people at exactly the right time.
Okay, that all sounds great, but how does this whole collaborative thing actually work in the real world? Well, it all comes down to having a central hub for all the information.
And that hub has a name, the Common Data Environment, or CDE. Just think of it as the single source of truth for the whole project. That's it. No more digging through emails for the latest drawing, no more wondering if you have the right specs. Everything, and I mean everything, lives in one central, agreed-upon spot.
And check this out. The CDE holds way more than just the pretty 3D model. It's got all the non-graphical data too. We're talking about stuff like construction schedules, the specific product details for every single light fixture, even information for maintenance down the line. It really is like having the building's entire resume, not just its profile picture. Love that analogy.
Now, because all this data is in one place, the model can actually grow and evolve right along with the building. It's not static. It starts its life as the Project Information Model, or PIM. That's where all the design and construction info lives. But then, once the building is actually finished, the model kinda graduates. It gets updated with all the final as-built information, and it becomes the Asset Information Model, or AIM. And now it's ready to help manage that building for its entire life.
Okay, this all sounds really cool in theory, right? But what about the real world? What are the actual tangible benefits here? Why does this big shift in thinking actually matter?
Well, at a high level, the benefits are pretty much everything a project owner dreams about. I mean, because you have that single reliable source of information, you get huge savings in both cost and time. You cut down on material waste because you can order exactly what you need when you need it. And this is a big one, you get to catch those super expensive mistakes on a computer screen long before they become massive, costly problems out on the construction site. And get this, it's not just one person who benefits. It's pretty much everyone involved. Your design team, they can see that a pipe is about to run straight through a steel beam and they can fix it in like 5 minutes. The client, they get an absolutely crystal clear view of what they're paying for, way before a single shovel hits the ground. The construction team can plan their logistics with incredible accuracy. And hey, even the people who end up using the building win, because they have all the info they need for maintenance and operations right there at their fingertips.
So when you take all of this collaborative process, this central data hub, a model that literally lives and breathes with the building, it all leads to this incredibly powerful, almost sci-fi concept, and that's the digital twin.
Yeah, that asset information model we were just talking about, the AIM, this is the whole point. It's not just some final file you archive away. It becomes a living, breathing, data-rich digital copy of the physical building. It is a true digital twin.
And this quote just nails it. It's a complete, data-rich copy of the built asset used for its entire life cycle. Not just for building it, but for managing it, maintaining it, and even upgrading it for decades and decades.
So I'm going to leave you with this to think about. Just imagine, what if every single building, our homes, our hospitals, our offices, what if every one of them had a living digital copy? A copy we could use to run it more efficiently, to make it more sustainable, and ultimately to improve the lives of every single person inside. Well, that's the future that building information modeling is building for us right now.